basically all the bowl games have been played except for national championship. So
Yeah.
the Peach Bowl, Michigan State was able to beat Pittsburgh. That was kind of a crazy ending. They won 31-21. Pittsburgh kept it close for most of the game. It's just they really
Yeah.
sold in the final few minutes.
Man, that pick six at the end was bad. Did you guys see that game?
Hmm.
Dude,
Some of it,
it,
yeah.
it was like Pitt was like marching down the field, and then he throws this horrible interception that was like, I don't even know he was throwing, like who they were throwing to, but like it was like a bad, and then it was like a pick six, and it was like, okay,
Pickett
man.
sat out, didn't he?
Yeah, so
Yeah.
did Kenneth Walker.
So it was kind of like the backups against backups.
Well,
It's like a practice
and
squad.
a couple bowls later here, we're gonna see exactly why they did that.
Yep. Man.
Next in the Fiesta Bowl, Oklahoma State represented the Big 12 pretty well. They defeated Notre Dame 37-35. I was unable to watch this game.
I watched the whole thing. It was awesome. Notre Dame jumped out to a huge lead. It was like 28-7. And then OK State scored 30 in a row. And then Notre Dame's last touchdown was like prevent defense time. Like they're going to need an onside, whatever, if they score. So OK State just dominated. Spencer Sanders shook off a rough start and really played amazing. Yeah, it was, and the Cowboy defense really stepped up. They stopped them time and time again in that second half. It was really impressive. It was a really fun game to watch.
Mm-hmm. I'm as a fan of Oklahoma State, Oklahoma. It was a good week until Caleb Williams, but we'll get into that. But I really love to see them win, especially against Notre Dame. I thought it was going to be way less close, but I mean the score says it's closer. But I think by the end it wasn't really that close. Like you could kind of tell that Oklahoma State was going to win that one. But it was an interesting game, and that's what anyone asks for in bowl games.
Then we talk about the Sugar Bowl, which was a complete dud. I thought this was going to be the best bowl game of the season. Baylor defeated Ole Miss 21-7. Matt Corral got carted off. It is just an ankle sprain, but still raises the question: should he have sat out?
Yep.
I think he should have done whatever he wants. I mean, I'm not gonna say he should have sat out, but I'm not gonna say Kenny Pickett should have played. Like, I think they should be able to do whatever they want without criticism. He put millions on the line there, and at first I thought that was a knee injury. I thought he had blown a knee out, but thankfully he didn't. But I mean, that right there is the perfect case for people who do sit out and why they do it.
Yeah. And it was pretty like a dud game, but like that was the biggest thing. And that's also kind of leading into the Oklahoma or Ohio State versus Utah game, because CJ Stroud was just putting everyone on blast for sitting out at the end of that game, because he was like, you should be sitting out for just stick with your team or whatever. So I feel like it's getting way more divided, where it's like people are kind of getting mad that you're sitting out or whatever. But
Stroud said that.
Yeah,
I didn't even see that.
He's talking about how like he was putting on blast people who sat out during like the college or like the out of the bowl game or whatever. I think it was just mainly for Ohio State, but like it kind of serves a purpose for like other teams as well, where it's like,
I didn't see that.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy.
Oh yeah, so this is the Rose Bowl. This is where legendary games are played. If you aren't motivated to play, I question your love of the game.
Yeah.
Well, maybe, I don't know. Who knows?
Yeah.
Either way, Stroud is a stud.
Yeah. I mean, that game was insane. Did you guys watch that one?
Yeah, I watched that whole game too. That was awesome.
That was good. I knew this one was probably going to be the best bowl game, and it delivered. Utah's jerseys was so cool. We talked about that last week.
Yes, with the rose.
Dude, that was so nice. Just putting a rose on, dude, that was great. Like, I don't know. It was something about the white helmets and like the rose in there. Dude, yeah. It looked awesome.
Well, you could tell that they cared about it more than Ohio State did.
Yeah.
But Ohio State was just too good. I mean,
man,
Stroud and Smith and Jigba, bro.
They had a like 2 touchdown lead at like some points of the game. And it was just they let up
like the whole game for a long. They controlled the game for a long time.
That's what I thought. I was like, they're probably not going to let up, and they're probably going to let Ohio State can't catch up, but they ended up doing it at the end and
Yeah,
ended up pulling off the
man,
win.
Stroud threw some perfect passes. He was on
Man.
point. It was unbelievable.
And I mean, okay, this is also a little bit of a gripe. At the end of the game, Utah's like strategy was so bad. That was the dumbest way to end the game, in my opinion. They decided to bring it out and then like try to lateral it, but it was too late because the clock was already dead and he was already down. Like I would have probably risked like a Hail Mary or something, like let it go in the end zone.
I don't think
Do a
he's
Hail
throwing
Mary.
it 80 yards in the air for a Hail Mary though.
Or at least
It was the backup quarterback too.
yeah, like at least throw it as far as you can and then like lateral it, do the lateral game or whatever.
I think
But
they
like
made the right choice just because that returner had been ripping big ones all day. So might
yeah,
as
but
well give him a
like
shot. He even broke
man,
one
that
all
was
the way for
bad.
a touchdown.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. It it just seemed weird to me. I feel like it wasn't going to be that big of a chance for him to, especially because they knew that he was going to be, he had a chance to do that. So like, I don't know. But anyways, it was a really great game.
Can we also talk about a little bit about the game that happened? Well, as this is airing yesterday, well, last night, LSU and Kansas State. LSU was without any quarterback due to COVID issues, so they started wide receiver John Trey Kirkland at quarterback. He had 11 pass attempts, and out of those five out of 11 of those pass attempts were either a touchdown or interception. Found that kind of funny. LSU lost that game by 22. Though. Just wanna throw that in there,
That
too.
ends up.